Gabriel Martinelli is the most improved player under Mikel Arteta and will win the Young Player of the Year in the Premier League. Let's take a look at Arsenal this season tactically in an attacking structure. They've been playing with their two centre-backs deep. Ben White has also been part of that access. Zinchenko's been moving into defensive midfield and they've been attacking with a front five of Gabriel Jesus leading the line, Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left-hand side and Xhaka moving from defensive midfield into attacking midfield to join Martin Odegaard. In this team, in this shape, Martinelli provides a number of different roles, which I really like, and I feel like he's become a much more complete player this season. From the first thing, I think physically he is developing. I think last season you wouldn't have been able to see Martinelli, play 3 games of a Premier League season. He would be in and out of the side. But I feel he's stronger, he's faster. And the big thing that he's improved from that sense is a creative point. We're looking at his chance to create numbers this season. They're the best he's ever been at Arsenal. And if we actually look at the statistics for Gabriel Martinelli from that standpoint, for Arsenal, we're looking at key passes per game. Only Granit Xhaka and Saka have got more per game. Granit Xhaka obviously with a big resurgence in that attacking midfield role next to Odegaard with 2 chances created per game. Saka with 2 as well. Then Martinelli tied with Gabriel Jesus on 1.7. This is output that's massively improved from last season. I believe it's kind of twofold in a sense. I think Gabriel Martinelli was a bit of a fixed player last season when he played for Arsenal in a sense of he probably would more take up the inside forward position and he'd pretty much stay there. You'd usually have Kieran Tierney operating as the fullback that moves into the final third, and you'd have Martinelli closer to the striker. What I love about this season with Arsenal, but as well with Martinelli specifically, is this left-hand triangle has been absolutely fantastic. We know the right-hand triangle with with Odegaard, his combination play with Saka, but now of course Ben White is providing quality on the overlap at times, but also sitting in midfield and kind of holding his position and making a back three with Saliba and Gabriel. But the left hand side of the pitch is really starting to produce output. As we mentioned, Granit Xhaka, the joint most chances created for Arsenal this season. He deserves a lot of credit in that box-to-box role. But what I like about it is we see a lot of positional rotation, where at times we'll see Martinelli move inside, Xhaka move deep, and Zinchenko provide the overlap. We've seen Martinelli wide, we've seen Xhaka inside, we've seen it flip round as well with Martinelli inside and Xhaka in the wide area. The rotation in position has been fantastic, and I think Martinelli's become far more complete. Not only can he look to combine with a forward from a narrow element with 1-2s, but now very comfortable at receiving the ball in those wide areas and, making something happen, driving in, looking to get back onto that stronger foot, crossing to the back post or looking to combine with Xhaka maybe on the inside, looking for a ball in behind himself. I think there's been massive progress in terms of what he's done on the ball. Martinelli's completed 91% of his passes this season, which is a much better record than last season. The other side, let's move on from the creative point and the ball playing point and the technical tactical point. Pressing off the ball has been sensational for Arsenal this season. Obviously, with Gabriel Jesus, he has been a master stroke of a signing, and his ability to pressurise opponents is so good, and they feel very uncomfortable with Jesus putting in that work rate. But I think it's a part of Martinelli's game that has humongously changed this season. And we see a real ability to press. I think he had the work rate last season, but the pressure wasn't maybe technically completely correct. This season, only Gabriel Jesus has pressed the ball more in the final third than Gabriel Martinelli 24 times already in the Premier League. And that changes Arsenal. That allows Arsenal to play higher up. That allows Arsenal to squeeze the opposition and win the ball back and create dangerous transitional moments, which Martinelli, of course, has found the ability to put the ball in the back of the net. His shot accuracy has shot up. His non-penalty XG plus XA has shot up. But also the goal numbers are starting to sort of be provided this season. There's been a number of very good performances for Martinelli, from his performances against Crystal Palace. 3 out of 3 of his dribbles completed, 92% pass accuracy, 2 shots, 1 goal. His other chance was a big chance as well, getting into good positions against Leicester. Superb as well. From a creative standpoint, 4 chances created, the most in the game, but also taking his chance. And I think we can see with his heat map there, the point I made before with, he's capable of playing wide now, he's capable of playing on the inside now, he's capable of rotating positions with, of course, Gabriel Jesus. And I like that about Arsenal. It makes them far more unpredictable. We're looking at the statistics. Martinelli ranks first for shots on target, chances created, goals scored, as well, with 2 top, exactly the same as fellow Brazilian Gabriel Jesus. She's a player that feels really evolved this season. And I don't think there's much... there's much that can hold him back from, where he can go next. I think there could be games where he plays as the nominal striker. I think it gives Arsenal that ability to maybe play a little bit more tactical in a sense of, we're thinking Arsenal last season, at times a little predictable in what they did. But with Gabriel Jesus in there and that unknown, what we could see is maybe, a slightly different lineup with even Gabriel Jesus playing from the right as he did for Man City and did that supremely well. Saka moving to the left wing and playing more as a natural winger. And then Martinelli playing as a bit of a false 9. And we could see that this season. I think his game's become more complete. He's got a better ability at holding the ball up and bringing his teammates in. So we could see that rotation. And again, makes Arsenal more unpredictable. Martinelli is massively, moving in the right direction as a footballer. And I think Arsenal have got a young star there, 21 years old. And that combines with a lot of their players in the side, similar age to Odegaard, similar age to Saka, to Saliba, to Gabriel. Arsenal have got a really, really good core evolving, and a player now that can play comfortably wide, comfortably inside, comfortably compress, rotate positions, but also put the ball in the back of net. Gabriel Martinelli, the most improved player under Mikel Arteta. And I genuinely think, and you think about young talents in the league, we've obviously spoken many times about how good Saka is. He is a sensational little footballer. But, you've also got to look for, young players in the league that, provide the quality in there. And Martinelli would be up there as one of the best young players in there. You put him at the moment in a similar bracket to this season to Saka's performance levels. You're looking at maybe a Brennan Johnson in there. I think William Saliba's got a shout of being best young player of the Premier League season. Dejan Kulusevski at 22 years old is going to be in the mix if he can continue his form. But I currently would say Martinelli is number 1 for players 21 and under in the league this season. Of course, that does cut out Haaland, so it's a little bit naughty. But guys, get into the comments below and let me know what you think. Is Gabriel Martinelli the most improved player in the Premier League? Is he a most improved player under Mikel Arteta? Or is that somebody else? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Statman Dave. Arsenal on a great run of form under Mikel Arteta. They're doing everything right. And it's kind of exciting to see them back. We'll see you soon. Subscribe if you're new. GG's in the chat. Goodbye.